Good morning, everybody. We are going to get rid of the rest of the scrap that's in the yard before all this crazy wind gets here. It's supposed to be really windy this afternoon, and I picked up some stuff with the truck the other day. We're gonna ride over there and unload it and get it on the bench. It sounds good. Beautiful. Ready to throw more in. Huh. All right. Alrighty, it is these two buckets, that wheelbarrow, and what's in here, and that's all we have in the backyard for scrap metal. Everything else is done, gone, cleared out. Right, Mason boy? I love you. What about those squirrels, though? You gotta go get the squirrels. Yeah. He's a good boy. Let's get started. What I'm going to do here is try to process all this scrap metal that's in that wheelbarrow, these two buckets, and that buggy right there. We're going to be moving the cameras around a little bit because we're going to be getting some angled action shots of probably running the demo saw, probably cracking a few transformers, and maybe a couple motors. We'll see what happens. But just because of the wind problem, I know it's on and off right now, but it's going to get a lot worse. So we're going to run a time lapse on the bench here of the scrap that we're going to go through, and if there's anything interesting and it's a low wind, probably do something like that in the video, and then it'll probably cut to a part where I'm talking about something. Like for instance, we'll probably start on this here, okay? I want to give you guys an idea of what kind of scrap that you can find inside of a drinking fountain. Yep. Okay. Time lapse. Okay, so interestingly enough, you can find a lot of good non-ferrous materials inside of a drinking fountain. I mean, we got electric motors, we got brass, number 2 copper, number 1 copper. Besides that piece, this is number 2 because it's got this solder on the back side of it. So just throw that right in number 2. But we got some number 1 clean, we got an ACR, we got a sealed unit, we got light wire. And then you got stainless steel over here, and then tin shred coming out of all one unit, man. That's actually pretty good variety. There's one more mystery item that I want to show you that they basically conceal in styrofoam. This is the chiller that makes the water cold in a drinking fountain. So we're going to open that up, probably with maybe a hatchet. Oh, that made a mess, huh? Okay, well anyways, now what you got here is number 2 copper. All these coils right there. And unfortunately, this one is not 100% copper from what I can see. Or, well, that's stainless steel. So this one's stainless steel in the middle. That's where the water's held, and then these coils are the chillers. But I have to separate the two, or else I won't get a good price for it. On both sides, maybe get this going. Trying to get it to crack loose, and that I did. Anywhere else where it's held up, try to pry it up out of there, or whatever you can do to get it out. I don't know. Maybe we can just slide it off. We slid it off, okay. But anyways, just to recap what we had. Electric motors, number 2 copper, number 1 copper. We got some brass out of it. We got an ACR. We got stainless steel. And a sealed unit. And some light wires. That's a lot of categories coming from one unit. For sure. We're going to go through some bigger ballasts and transformers right now. That's what we're going to start processing. It's starting to get windy again, so we are going to get into this as quickly as possible and try to get as much copper as we can retrieved. We'll start by taking these apart. There's like 3 transformers on this old tube TV style power supply, I guess you'd call it. So we're gonna get those apart because we know they're gonna be copper. This is seriously really old power supply. So yeah, and everything on it's flathead. So what I'm gonna do is just take an angle grinder to get it all off, because those screws aren't coming out. I could just say that right now. They're not going to. This one's resin filled. That's how I feel about the resin filled ones. See, and now it's dead silent. No wind. It's really weird wind. We got a cold front coming in. That's exactly what I think. Transformer. That's one worth doing. Wow, that's an interesting transformer. That almost looks like one that would run through the machine, but it's not. Still worth processing. I've never seen one quite like it before. It looks similar to what I get, but that's different. The backing of this is aluminum too. All right, we're gonna dive right in to these ballasts. I kind of want to show you these. A lot of ballasts are not worth doing. Ones that are a standard size that would light up a fluorescent light from like the 90s or 2000s, no good. I mean, there probably is copper in there, but not enough to really get out unless you have hundreds of them. So in this scenario, we have these big monster hunky ones right here. Okay, they have good copper in them most of the time, and they're so old that there's a good chance of them being all copper. So what we kind of do is we lay them upside down, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut a tab off of each side of these, and then we're going to open them and show you the inside core transformer of a ballast, typically for lighting. Okay, the really old ones, they have good stuff in them, they do. So we're going to lay them all upside down. Besides that one's done already, and line up one side like so, and just make one quick cut all the way down to cut all those tabs off. So after you've cut those off with a really cheap crappy grinder, you can flip it to the side like this. You can grab a chipping hammer or a hatchet, whatever. I prefer chipping hammer. Maybe put it on the rubber for a little bit of shock absorbent, and then go at one side and smack it a couple times on the bottom side corner where you want that plate to come off of. Look, they open up, right? So now you're looking at it and you're like, oh, that's just a bunch of big blob of plastic crap in there. Well, really what you have here is like a transformer about this long, and it's kind of rectangular and then like slim. And then there's another chunk where they have like either capacitors or wires or whatever that are sending power in and out of that ballast, that transformer that's inside. So I don't really take a gentle approach to these. See what we come up with. This is a transformer now. So basically you've upgraded your ballast to transformer price. And then don't go any farther, because there's 3 coils in there. 2 of them were aluminum, and then there's a smaller one that's copper, not worth taking out. Just sell it as that is, right? That's why we only cut one side on one tab there. Let's test it with a grinder and see what this one is. Okay, we got a double copper ballast, right? Loosen up each side. Smack this down. Try to get it to come out of there. Like that. Okay, you got that capacitor right there. You can basically just smack that right off. And this is a really nice transformer inside of this ballast. I wish I knew. I wish I knew which ones were all double copper, because I'd be messing with these more often. But it's just really risky anyhow. But see, now what you got is an awesome double copper ballast that weighs quite a bit, and it's got some good copper in it. Let's take it apart, maybe see how much is actually inside this. Take your chipping hammer, and there's a dummy clip on each side of this transformer, there and there. Take your chipping hammer and smack that away. See? There's your clip. Go to the other side. Pop the other clip off. Then now you can separate the steel from the transformer, because there's really not much holding it. There's the side of the transformer. One more hit. That one took a few more hits. There's the other side. Now, I don't try to slide these out. I take my grinder and I cut down one side to relieve the tension on the copper, okay? Because these ones are actually pretty hard to pull and slide out unless you get lucky and get some that are loose. I've never had that before. I need another grinding wheel. That's not helping me at all. But as you guys can see, I just cut down that side of that transformer. We're going to pull that copper off and probably go grab the scale and weigh it just to show you how much copper could be in one of those. And I'm trying to show you an efficient way, but sometimes they are tough. But I've done lots of these at a time and made good money off of them for number 2 copper. So that's why I saved the bigger ones. We're gonna grab hatchet and kind of pry on this a bit. See, we're separating the copper from that steel core. So keep that in mind. Sometimes lighting ballast can be your best friend. If you get a bunch of them off of a job site or something, you know. Look at all that copper. How could you say no? But say no to the smaller ones though. They're too risky. The smaller ones more than likely have more aluminum. A heck lot more of aluminum. But look at that pile that's coming out of that. We're gonna go grab the scale right now, actually. It's gotta be at least a pound or more there. That's my guess. All right, zeroed out. It's all sticking to my messed up gloves. But anyways, let's get the rest of that copper on there. Can you guys guess how much was in that one transformer? 3.5 pounds. 3.5 pounds came out of that, see? You see that? Yeah, you see that. Out of that one ballast came 3.5 pounds of copper. You know, with a price around $4 a pound. Do it. If you got the big ones. I don't know. This pile of crap right here. And it'll be nice, man, to get that done. All right, let's pick up our copper and get that stuff over here to the bench. That's the last of the last right there. That's it for everything outside. That is good. Woo! That's all we got is the one ACR, so we're just going to toss that probably right on top of those motors, and then I'll just separate it out once I get there. All right. Oh, you can take that flashing off of there. Alright, we got a couple of HID light fixtures to take apart. The wind's not getting any better. I mean, it's getting better, but not in a good way. We're going to take these apart, take the transformers up there, crack them. I got a couple of motors to pull, and that's it. This weather's being naughty. Cast aluminum. And whatever that crap is. There. That's a double copper right there. I don't know about these two. We're checking them. So unfortunately, this is the only double copper one that we have. These are copper, those are aluminum. That sucks, but whatever. That's okay. We're still going to process the copper out of them. We got 3 more up there that we're going to add to this 3, and then we got a couple of motors we're going to pull, and then we're going to pack it in. I got other things to do today, but that was all the scrap in the backyard. That was all of it. All right, let's pull those couple of motor windings over there. Got my monkey wrench. Nice and slow. Okay. Oh, hey, you're supposed to be over here now, okay? You gotta follow me, guys. Come on. What the heck? How's that? It looks like you can see stuff. Okay. Let's pull some copper. Oh, hey, you get back here! You get back here! There. Sweet. That's some more number 2. They're gonna go right in there now. All right. I'm gonna pop the air compressor on, and we're gonna go up there and crack some transformers real fast. Yeah. We're gonna crack some transformers. come with me if you want to scrap. We're over here and stuff and such. I gotta find somewhere for you to sit. Where are you gonna go? How about right there? Ish. Sure, that'll work. Oh, looks like we only got 5. And only one of them is double copper. As soon as we get a full air compressor, we can get going. Look around for more transformers. Nope, just the ones we're keeping right here. Yep, that's all we got are these 4 right here. But that's everything out of the backyard, so I am really happy about that. I said I'm really happy about that. Can you see me? Yeah. I see you. I see you, Hero 12. Chunker, chunker. Got the chunker, chunker. Chunker, chunker. Hurr. Let's go. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay. Yeah. Watch this. Uh-oh. Set that in wrong. How dare I? Whee! Okay. Let's go. And we come down here and we do a little something like this. A little something like this. Oh. So we're gonna have a problem with that one. That one's tough. We'll do that one last. I want to look professional here, okay? And then here comes the unprofessional part. You know what I could just do though? I've been here and done this a lot of times to know if I do have a problem and like one is tight and I can't get it out, right? Usually what I would do is I would set it up in this machine. I take this slab of steel out and I put these two plates in so the core drops out the bottom. Take a plate of steel, get that out of the way. Come back in here with these plates. Like that. Okay. We got to get this off. Yeah, that will do. And you can punch it out like this. Holy, it straight up bent my steel plate, man. That ain't coming out like that. Did you guys see how bad that plate just bent? Yeah, this is like, oh, that jacked my plate all up, man. If it ain't coming out like that, it's not gonna want to come out. Bend my frickin' plate back. Holy smokes. That is not wanting to come out. You know what I'm about to do? And I don't mind doing it. Turd. Okay, that was the least professional way of pulling that, I guess. That's for sure. I'm okay with it though. Is what it is. Is what it is. Ooh, copper from those motors, those big old electric vehicle stator motor thingies, mobobbers. Yeah, we did sort a lot of tchotchkes today, so I'm pretty happy about that. Got some steel core stuffs. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep. Just trying to stay positive, everybody. Yeah. Okay. That was thoroughly disappointing. Can't be a winner every day. Whee! Nope. Okay, let's separate the turd from the turd. There's copper. That's the number 2. That is right there. I think. Number 2. That's number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Okay. There's the aluminum. I throw that stuff in sheet. The sheet aluminum. All right. That was ridiculous. We did it though. Guys, I uploaded the wrong video to YouTube. I uploaded yesterday's video again. So I don't know if I'll be getting one out tonight. I know if I go to the X-Misses, there's good internet there. That is an option. I might just do that. Rad ends. And just go right there with the other crap. Got some brass. Got some copper. Yeah. Basic cleanup of everything out here. I think all we have left now is pop can detail. We gotta empty all those pop cans. Pop cans. Did you hear me? This is a shutoff for like a big water valve, but I thought it'd be a cool set of handlebars. Whee! No good. No good. I'm just talking and rambling nonsense now. I'm putting tools away. I hope everybody enjoyed today's chaotic video. It was very windy. It was very windy, okay? Could put this away. Yep. That can go. You know. Gosh, that was the toughest transformer I ever ran into. And ridiculous. I should have took the machete at it. Hadouken! That's too small to deal with. Hey, what about this? I'm gonna strike it rich on this piece of Bear Bright. You guys see that? Are you looking at it? Ah! How about now? One more? Did I do it? Oh yeah. Get off of there. Look at that. Yeah, it's Bear Bright. I gotta put it right here with the other Bear Bright. Yep, that'll be enough for the trip for sure. I could make it on that. No. No. Hey, that's brass. That a little piece of brass right there. Go with your family. Alright. We're done screwing around. Did you hear me, other Hero 12? We're done screwing around, okay? Everything is done. Ish. 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 Hey, open up. What do you think you're doing? Hey, you gotta come with me now. You gotta go to the X-Misses and beg to use the internet so you can get a video, okay? All right, so you can get another video, cause Merchant Metals uploaded yesterday's video again. Yes, it's not good. It is not good. You guys won't know this until the next video, which I'm recording right now. Gotta put my saw away. I'm actually happy though. Not because I just struggled a lot, but because that was all of the scraps in the backyard. Look, it's all empty. Whee! Besides this. I'm not scrapping this though. I keep that. However though, we did get a nice, probably about a little half basket of number 2 copper, probably like 50 pounds or whatever. Nothing to be really too excited over, but the excitement is that it's finished and then I can get working inside the shop on this tobacco. All that wire. We need to strip it. Okay. Hey, dude, the siren. You guys hear the siren? That means I get to start up my siren, okay? That's awesome. Wee woo, wee woo. Uh-oh. It's not going now. It's choking on pine needles, man. Oh no. Why aren't you working? Oh, that's bent too. I gotta get one this way. Go get the squirrels. Go get the squirrels. I love you. Oh no! I helped. In case any of the firefighters didn't hear the other siren, they heard mine, alright. Merchant metals, screwing around. Getting stuff done though. Ah, my precious. I'm so sorry I forgot you. You're coming with me now. Yeah. I forgot the motor. I got the motor. Okay. Yep.
I worked so long in construction that I forgot I had a dream. Didn't know where I was going, didn't like where I had been. So one day I gave it all up when my eyes were open wide. I packed my life into my truck with Mason Boy by my side. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping industry, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Myself a trailer, so when I'm on the road, I have a rolling workshop and can scrap a heavy load. When it feels like life is hard, I know just what to do. I hit the road and recycle scrap and make my dreams come true. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals, my dog Mason boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi.